Next up is Curio Learning, Ashley Lamb-Sinclair and Tarek Nally, founders.
So I love that we started this morning talking about our whys as companies, because that's what I'm here to talk about today. At Curio, we have two main whys. The first one is talented teachers and their wannabes. And I know a little bit about that because I'm the 2016 Kentucky Teacher of the Year, and I've spent a lot of time writing and speaking about the art and craft of teaching on national publications like The Atlantic and Washington Post. And I can tell you that you don't grow teacher talent through scripted curriculum and handcuffing and hand-holding. Our second why are students like one of my all-time favorites, Ulysses. Ulysses was a student from my first year of teaching, and he was involved in the Latin Kings. He, come October, was failing my English class miserably. He sat in the corner of the room drawing graffiti and virtually doing nothing else. And I was really frustrated with Ulysses. I wasn't getting any help from any curriculum at my school. I wasn't getting any help from any professional development. So I went home and I stayed up super late one night Googling graffiti and Banksy and social justice movements around the world. And I came up with this cool idea for Ulysses to do a graffiti wall in response to Martin Luther King's letter from Birmingham jail. So I came in the next day and I gave him his own personalized project. And he looked at me and he smiled and he did that project and he did everything else that I asked of him because there was a human connection made, which is something that you can't replace in a classroom. And that's why teachers are so powerful. And that's why students like Ulysses are our second why. So this is happening in classrooms across the country. You have talented teachers who are going above and beyond for students, and it's kind of invisible. No one really knows about those tactics and those things that are happening, except maybe within the school itself, if then. And meanwhile, teachers are doing all of this work outside of their day jobs, and then they go to school and they have to hit the pause button on all these things they're doing to be better, and they have to go sit through a workshop where somebody else tells them how to do their job better, but that somebody else doesn't know about Ulysses and whatever version of Ulysses they have times 100 in their classroom. And administrators really, really, really want to cultivate talent in their schools. I know this because I work as an instructional coach right now, and the conversations I'm always having behind closed doors with principals is, how can we get all of our best teachers to be even better so that we can be hands-off? So that's why, and then, so you have the professional development model, but even when that teacher is alone on her couch at 11 p.m. Googling for a particular student or group of students, it's still very complicated. So you might find something on Twitter or Facebook, and then you have to bookmark it, or you have to put it in a Google Drive doc, or you have to put it on Dropbox, and then you have to go and have a separate conversation with other teachers, either on Twitter or in person. So the process from discovering, curating, and collaborating is very DIY, kind of a hacking version right now. So that's what Curio wants to be, the solution. We're aiming to be the solution for teachers to be able to be more creative and share those creative ideas with each other. And we're designed, the line between what happens in classrooms and outside of classrooms is becoming ever more blurred. I can't tell you how many times someone posted an article on Facebook, or I saw a TED Talk, or a silly YouTube video about a penguin on a skateboard, and suddenly I was inspired in my classroom. And so what we want to do is tap into that creativity that teachers have and build upon it. So how do you teach like a rebel with Curio? The first thing that's really important to us is clean, beautiful design. So teachers are tired of ed tech, they're tired of clunky products, so we want to be smooth and clean and easy and simple to use. And we have a discovery model where teachers can discover through brands and what's happening out in the world. They can discover through categories, so if I'm an English teacher, I can search through English, or maybe I have an interest in ed tech, so I'm going to search through ed tech. They can search through people, finding other people around them who teach English, and maybe there's that cool English teacher who came up with a graffiti lesson that I can find easily. And then you can curate inside the platform in a visual organizer so that you can share with the world the ideas that you're creating, and others can find it through what we are calling your stack. So my graffiti lesson can be clear and obvious to other teachers who want to be talented as well. And then you can put it into a canvas, whereas most lesson plan models out there are step-by-step. We are Canvas, where you can build lessons, you can collaborate with other teachers, and you can continue to grow your ideas. So in the United States right now, $56 billion is spent annually on professional development. That's just professional development. That doesn't count resources and other curriculum. So we just want to tap into, first we want to we are a free model for teachers, and we're tapping into $5 a month per user, and then an organizational model, an enterprise model where it's $100 a month per teacher, or I'm sorry, for each schools. And I'm running out of time, so I'm going to quickly talk about our team as I close out. Our team, we are diverse. We have half of our team are educators, so we're not just having surveys and focus groups. They are building the platform with us, including other Teachers of the Year. And right now we're in a closed beta, private beta with other Teachers of the Year. We launched nationally on an invite only, and since late February we've gotten 2,000 signups, and that's teachers who haven't even seen the platform itself. So they're doing it based on the idea alone, with the community that we're building and the brand that we've been building with the Teach Like a Rebel model. Thank you.